Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see this time we are going to talk about quite interesting kit in a small scale. So I was interested to check some other modern offerings in 1/72 scale after we checked this kit from 4Hobby, which showed what can be achieved with the modern technologies. So that's why it was actually quite interesting to take a look at other offerings on the market. And here we have another one from a different brand. So as you can see, it's a Galaxy Hobby 1/72 scale M1224A1 Maxx Pro MEAP. So it's a mine resistant ambush protected all-terrain vehicle, and also we have here the expedient armor applied on this vehicle, so it might be an interesting build in a 1/72 scale, because in 135 it will be quite large. In 1/72 scale it's written here that it won't take more than 10 centimeters. Actually length is written as a 99.1 millimeters, so as you can see it won't be a large kit, but still thanks to the modern modeling technologies as well as molding technologies, you'll be able to get a lot of features in such small build. That's why I decided to take a closer look. And of course we have a commercial sample here which was bought with your help and with help of your donations, and for this I would like to say a separate thank you. So the kit number is GH72A04. Kit box is not that huge. Obviously this is a 1/72 scale kit, so you don't have to have really big packaging. Here is comparison with my hand. We have really nice box art here, as you can see, even American flag on the background. Next here on the side you can see some bonuses, and frankly speaking I'm not sure how it works, because as you can see here something should be ticked in order to show the packaging, what you will get inside, but I guess decals and P is something standard, and then all other bonuses which are depicted here, they will be coming in different packaging versions. And here, by the way, you can see the profile for this vehicle, but we will check it, I guess, in the assembly manual. So box opens to the top. It's a top flap box. Here on the top we have also assembly manual, some plastic sprues. So I would like to start with plastic as usual, and then gradually we will continue to other things which are included here. And as far as you can see, these are resealable plastic bags, so it should be quite easy and quick thing to open. We are going to start with this narrow sprue which is lettered BB. So let's zoom in, and now you should be able to see what I'm talking about. So here we have quite an interesting thing, because these are armor panels for the turret as far as you can see. So we should have the separate clear parts, and in my opinion this is quite important, because these clear parts, this clear armor is a quite prominent element of this model, and it would be a shame not to get it even in this size. So that's why it's really cool that manufacturer was brave enough to go for it, and we will check obviously the clear parts a bit later. What I would like to show now is the one piece frontal cowling here. And as you can see, that's really cool design, because it actually copies the same part on the real vehicle, and I think that such design will be easier to work. We also have the separate cutouts here in the grille, and if I flip it over here you can see what is actually inside. And that might be handy in case you would like to open the bonnet, but I wonder if the engine is actually included here, because otherwise there is no point in opening the bonnet. Next I'm opening the sprue D. So here we have external armor for this vehicle, so just give me a second. And for this build, I think, if I will be building it obviously, I think here we won't be able to play the same card as we did in the 4Hobby Scimitar, because there I used two separate halves of the vehicle for the painting and weathering, and then just joined them together. Here obviously it will be better to assemble everything at once. And here you can see the external armor which is applied on the vehicle. So this is the special type of the armor, I mean the special version of the vehicle with this armor. But that's not all. We have something what I'm not a huge fan of. So easy to guess, I'm talking about vinyl tires. So I will show them in a second. Well, for 1/72 scale they should be okay, because we have some minor features here on the tire walls. We have also nice tire pattern, so it's just a matter of sanding and dusting them, and maybe they will look alright. But again, I would rather prefer to have the resin parts or maybe plastic parts, especially considering the fact that the same brand gives the special 3D printed parts in some recent releases of the models. Okay, so here why I was a bit stuttering, because this clear sprue was packed without any plastic bag. It just lies inside the bag. Really weird packaging, because obviously it's easy to scratch such thing, and then it will be really difficult to polish it. But as I said before, it's really cool to see clear elements in 1/72 scale kit. They're not huge, and that's why masking might be a bit tricky, but I think it will be worth it, because it will give you a really nice result in the finish of the build. Next, we continue with the decals. So with the decals, I don't see any mention where it was printed, but I can see that here we have more symbols for several markings. I can even see some check writings here, which is quite interesting. Here you can see them. So we will have to check the assembly manual. And also there are no decals for the interior, which is rather strange. I would rather have them. But we have also PE parts, so this stuff will be handy for various meshes, as you can see, and some other minor elements which cannot be copied with the plastic. And this is a really great thing to include. So even in 1/72 scale, it's more than welcome bonus, because it will add some fine details on your model. Next, I'm opening slightly bigger plastic sprue, so here I will need a second. And you can hear that it's a large plastic bag, because here we have mix of various parts. So I suggest we do not zoom out. We actually start with one of the corners, and then gradually we continue to other things. So here we have all the necessary parts for the car body or vehicle body. Here, for example, you can see the dashboard. And next we continue with various parts for interior. So we also have the separate doors, and that's really cool, because again, you can think of some diorama projects which you can copy in 1/72 scale. I'm not sure if figurines are included here. I do not see them, to be honest. So maybe that's something you'll have to source by yourself. But overall, it looks quite fine. And due to the design of the vehicle, I think it will be assembled out of separate panels. So be ready for that. And again, we have a lot of thin parts. So here you have to be careful while handling it. Let's flip it over. Here inside you can see also some guiding elements. So overall, structure of the kit, I would say it's well thought. So it's not like you will have to do some guesswork in order to install some parts. It's just a well thought design where parts should be properly aligned with each other. And that's really cool, because it will help you with assembly. And next we have quite surprising thing, because all the sprues were packed into the resealable plastic bag, but here we have the sprue which is packed into sealed plastic bag, which is rather strange. But I'm going to cut through it right now, so just give me a moment. At the same time, I can also remind you that you can support us with a small donation. It's quite easy thing to do, because we have a big red button on our website, and of course you decide how much you will get. And the PayPal makes it safe and quick for both sides. And be sure that all these donations will be used for quite good improvements on our YouTube channel, also for the new kits which will be reviewed together with you, just like this one, for example. And next we continue with the last sprue. So here you will find all the necessary parts for this vehicle. Of course, we have this quite, I would say, trademark bottom part or bottom section, floor section of this vehicle. As you can see, it's a V-shaped in order to dissect all the wave from the explosives. We also have the separate armor panels for the side. We have the roof here, and also we have the chassis bars here. So let's zoom in again so that you can see what I'm actually talking about. Again, I remind you that we have the separate doors. We also have the separate clear parts, so that's really cool. And overall, I like what we get out of the box, because there are a lot of pre-molded features which are quite nice. Here, by the way, you can see the wheel rims. Next, we continue with the wheel axles, and here you can see the chassis bars. Here we continue with rear wall. Again, we have a separate door as far as you can see. And here we have also some parts for the bonnet, I guess. Or that's the side armor for the rear section. Let's flip it over. because I wonder if we have something inside the vehicle. So as you can see, there are some placement parts or guiding elements, so it should come handy. Also here we have some pins which will have to be cut off, but maybe they will not be restraining with the floor panel, who knows. And also here we can see some guiding elements for the armor panels in the side walls of the vehicle. But overall I like the molding quality. Let's not forget that we are checking here the 1/72nd scale kit, so that's why all this stuff looks rather impressive. Next we continue with assembly manual, so here I will have to close the lenses a bit, maybe zoom out. So here we have assembly manual with a short history note in English and Chinese as far as I can see. And next we continue with the parts map. Also we have here some tips on how to assemble the P parts, but I think this turret is not included. This is something what is for the special edition, because here we do not have turret parts on our P fret. So assembly process starts with the chassis. Here you will have to combine separate bars together. And as you remember, we have quite clever parts division, so it should be easy to get the right alignment. Note that all seats will be installed inside, so that's a really cool thing. Because we have the separate front doors, because we have also the separate rear door. So you can expose all of this stuff once you open one of these doors, or maybe all of the doors. Here we continue also with the side panels getting installed onto this floor panel, so then we get this, let's say, sub-assembly which is combined together with the front armor, and also we install some panels for the front bonnet, as you can see, also rear armor wall. Here we continue with more parts being installed here and there. And as far as you can see, this is quite a build for 1/72nd scale. There are a lot of parts involved. So do not underestimate this thing, because there will be plenty of stuff to do. As you can see, even the ladder is assembled separately, and it can be assembled in two positions actually, in a deployed or stowed position. Next we continue with the wheels assembly. Here you can see the external armor installation, and also here we have various bonuses which come in this golden version, but we are not dealing with the golden version here. First marking option comes in this sand color. And next we continue with another one, and I'm not sure which one of them was checked, so I need to see, just give me a second. And it's not clear, to be honest, because there are no decals which we saw on the, no, I think here, or maybe not. There are no decals which we saw on the decal sheet, so maybe it's quite kinda universal decal sheet. And here we have the last mention that it's Galaxy Hobby. So overall I like the kit, but I'm not sure about the packaging, because it's a lot of, I would say, mismatch. And you have to understand what you get in terms of the version of the kit, because it will also define what you get inside. But I'm pretty fine with the package we saw today, because it's more than enough for 1/72nd scale kit, especially considering the fact that you can open the doors and expose the interior. That's really cool. And of course I will be happy to hear your opinion about this release. Write it in the comment section below, I will be happy to discuss with you. And of course, if you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.